You with it right here with who I started with. Be something like the Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, H-Ray, Central Coast, mob and suicide. Only arsonists. I step in the booth and cats. I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music. I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back. We're live on Chicano Tube. We're live on Chicano Street. Gracias for tapping in, YouTube Landia. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that like. It's free, cabrones. I promise. Okay, it ain't gonna cost you a Venmo. It ain't gonna cost you a Cash App. Nada. It's absolutely free. I appreciate all the day oneers. Let's go through the formalities. Gracias all the day oneers. Gracias to everyone inside the members only. The members only is the backbone of the community. Man, I can't wait for what we got in store for 2025. We'll talk about that right now because I started advertising on TikTok and I started advertising on IG. And my, I don't know why I waited to advertise, but we got some interesting contests coming up. And I'm kind of glad because we got to put some new blood in there. Okay. Our little bubble of YouTube in California is so minuscule, it's so small. We think it's big, we think it's huge, we think the whole world knows, but it's like a tiny bubble, and then not even a fraction of that will support you. But anyways, all the day oneers, everyone in the members only, and of course all the Chicano channels. Very few of us. That's why we got to stick together, cabrones. All right. Remember what they said. Remember what Montana said. All right. He said, Chicanos killing Chicanos is what they want. And all the Chicano pages. Speaking of that, I want to give a shout out to mi hermano Peter last night from Chicana State of Mind on IG. Great IG. He's all up in the mix, gente. He's all up in the mix, all up in SoCal, shooting Chicano Hollywood, shooting fashion shows, shooting a lot of people that we know in common, because he's based out of SoCal. And I just appreciate the conversation. He's a grown man. And for just him coming on the platform, being able to talk, not see distinction, not see no California bullshit. Okay, where is he from, or what color? None of that bullshit, California bullshit. But to come and have a grown man conversation, man, I thank you, hermano Peter. I took a shot last night. Was feeling good. Had a great conversation. I posted some of the shorts. I'll post some more shorts. And it is what it is, right? I know positivity doesn't sell, cabrones. It's going to be chisme too. We'll talk about this right now. We're going to talk about Gilligan. We're pulling Gilligan off his island for a little bit. All right, we'll get to him. We ain't even gonna say his name, man. It's it's just funny. It really is, man. That this individual will have something to say about my business principles, knowing you're not even on the outside. You're like on the fucking outside of the world, like past all the ozone layer and everything. You're not even inside that where you could comment on it, but it's hilarious. And to be honest, it was a dead issue, man. It was really a dead issue. I mean, you see me post, you guys, I gave you guys a gift. The Return of Cholo Trucker is now available on YouTube. And that was just me kind of moving on. Like, hey, let's give the people a fight. You know what? Cholo Trucker, we're gonna have to just edit the pinchy copyright music, and it's out there, and I hope you enjoyed it, man. I don't know name me a YouTube channel putting out fight content like that. If that's what I'm gonna be known for, that's great, man. That's great. I want to be known as Mikey, the guy that when you want to bump your jibs, everyone's gonna know that it's a fake check. It's a rubber check. Why? Because you didn't call Mikey, man. All I did was just facilitate these things, and I've been doing this thing since like 2012. And I'm talking about amateur fights. But anyways, we'll talk about Gilligan right now. We ain't even going to mention his name. We ain't going to mention his channel. I guess everyone knows who I'm talking about, Gilligan, because Raskizi He did a reaction. Oh man, Pinchy Raskeezy, man. Pinchy Raskeezy. He did a reaction, and yeah, it was pretty much it was worth reacting because the things that he was saying were just, man, you look so stupid. You look at stupider than you already look. This is another level of stupid. Okay. Anyways, so he first of all, yeah, those in his video with Raskeezy reacted to. I mean, you're so out of the loop and out of what you think you know because you don't know. You don't know. What do you think? Just because you were the runner for somebody, and I know you weren't, but you know what I mean. You were side by side to someone that you kept hearing what they were talking about. And as you're hearing, sometimes these characters, gente, they're like chameleons. Once they hear so much of something, they hear it, they hear it, they hear it. Guess what happens? All of a sudden, they talk and act like they know it. They talk and act like that was their world. What a trip, man. So it was a dead issue. I was already moving on. I had already put out Cholo Trucker for the people, the first Chicano to ever dance, the first Chicano to ever boogie. And this is again, um, our pocket of YouTube, our pocket of California, right? YouTube, there's tens of thousands of channels starting every single day. Every single day. So yeah, that's huge. It's vast. So, anyways, again, coming back to us. They think they know because they held someone's beer. I'm just I'm blown away, man. I'm blown away, man. Let me go back in here, man. That's right. Corridor Security, I appreciate you, my boy. He says the lawyer is on speed dial. My lawyer is Thomas Worthington. In case anybody wants to know, he's a good fighter. Man, he came out. Well, I remember one time when I had him in the 90s. I kid you not. And then in the fucking day room, he's on the front cover of the Yellow Pages. For the youngsters, they don't even know what Yellow Pages are. But he's on the front cover of and I got him as my attorney. Back then and now. It's funny now because now everything's come full circle. When I walked into, he has a Victorian office, Victorian home. He turned into an office. Very successful, West Alisal. Top 3 attorneys in Monterey County. Forget about it, right? I can't pay him for all kinds of shit. I just pay him to advise, right? Contracts, review, and all that bullshit. It's not bullshit, but that Chicano comes out. And I'm fighting a case, and this fucking guy is on the Yellow Pages. And I'm like, damn. It gives me a little bit more confidence, okay? And, it was just fate. It was destiny. I mean, I guess I was supposed to miss the bus as a teenager. That wasn't my destiny. Well, and then what happened, happened. But anyways, let's go back to Gilligan. Hold on, I got this Jamba Juice. It's hitting. Visiting moms. I gotta drive around right now. I gotta go deep east. I gotta go deep east and then pick up the kids, and then I gotta go drop them off. I guess they opened up a Angry Chicks, a new chicken place on the north side. And the kids are home right now from vacation, from school, so they wanted me to pick them up and take them to their friend or whatever. So they're gonna go have some Angry Chicks. That there was a pinchy huge ass line for them to open up. So I guess this Nashville chicken is hitting. Salinas, small city, 200K. They like new things, man. They're supposed to do a Golden Corral too and other things I've been hearing at the city council meeting. So I hope they do that, and I hope there's not a bunch of pinchy red tape. But if you know, you know. But anyways, so Gilligan, this individual who's a cup holder, a beer holder, you wouldn't even hold my beer. You wouldn't even hold my beer. You'd be the pocket. You'd be the pocket way. For you to question my business principles is absolutely hilarious, man. Again, just taking shots, right? That's what you want to do a video, is just to take shots, cabron. Come on, keep it a buck. Well, my big bro. Your big bro? That's why he told me a long time ago. I forgot in which fight we were talking about, deliberations for a fight. A long time ago. Hey, keep it minimum what you tell Gilligan. He's not from that life. Now I understand. Now I understand. But anyways, Beachy Kyle. Kyle. I don't want to knock the name Kyle because remember the movie American Sniper? That dude was a Kyle. And that dude had balls and was a man's man, not like Gilligan. Gilligan right here is just he just wanted to cause waves again, get back in the picture again. Okay, let me go back to that, man, because I want to get my points across because I do got to get emotion, pick up and drop off. So this individual, he did a video and he knocked Josh. Okay, let's keep it a buck. He knocked him for like the first third. And then the video he played in the end was hilarious because you just don't know, my boy. And it's again a street IQ that amounts to a fucking hill of beans in the real world. Just like street credit. Street credit amounts to a hill of beans. Go and tell the loan officer you don't have credit, but you have street credit, and see what he tells you. But anyways, so he knocks Josh, and then I come up. And Mikey, let me tell you about Mikey. Now, I'm not gonna give him no clout, or even play the video. But I'm trying to remember, what the hell did he say about me? What did he say about me? Okay, one thing I do remember is he was talking about the NDA. You fucking moron. You fucking moron, man. You're talking about things you don't even know? Now I did that in one time when he pulled out of the Tony fight. I did that. I put a little paragraph. I put a clip of the contract up there. I'm not gonna do that again. Okay, but you fucking moron. And Mikey this, and Mikey that, and you better be sure about this, and you better be sure. You fucking moron. Oh man. Security detail looking like fucking average Joe's gym. But anyways, there's a special announcement. I don't want to forget because I might forget, man. It just popped in my head right now. There's a special announcement on Friday night, and it's gonna be big, and I think you guys are gonna like it, and it's gonna be big. And so if you join me for a little bit, I promise it ain't gonna be no clickbait. I promise. If I ever clickbait you, unsubscribe, man. These fucking clickbait channel. Oh, you guys are weenies, mugrosos, and old man, and griping, and whining, and crying, eating potato chips on their couch. Those are clickbait channels. The ones that is proven that they set up beefs. Let's set up a beef, and then you go over there, talk some shit, and then I'll go to his podcast, and it's like 3-4 steps of a plan to waste your time. Those are clickbait channels. This ain't a clickbait channel. I don't give a fuck. To be honest, I don't even give a fuck about the numbers. Someone commented, "Oh, your video with the mayor of Salinas has less than 1,000 views." Yeah. If I gave away 5 full college scholarships, if I gave away 5 homes, absolutely zero, free and clear, gave them away, the video will get no views. Absolutely 0 views. But you got videos like this that the gente grab their pinche palomitas and they pop it. So it's not for everyone, but right now it is Chisme too. Let me get back to Gilligan. Okay, we're pulling you off the island since you want attention. Okay. So he says my business principles, which I don't know which business you want to look up of mine online, but you will see the ratings as high as they can get. You will see the BBB logo on all of them, Gilligan. But anyways, I'll hold. Then he said, what did he say? What did he say? Oh, he's talking about the judgment I got on the runner. I'm willing to squash the judgment on the runner if he fights L. I'll put that in writing too. I'm willing to squash beefs and all that shit, man. I'm a professional. At the end of the day, we can sue each other. And then if you want to run it back and make a bag, that's fine. The reason I'm upset is because the fucking bag got dropped, man. Imagine all the kids Mile High Hustle could have helped more. He already bought a bag rack. More he could have helped. But if it wasn't for someone's large, huge, I mean, ego, then the bag would have landed. But when you take a L and get that ass whooped, I mean, it just is what it is. Am I saying something that didn't happen? No. You pulled up, great, respect. Was a great event? Absolutely. How do we leave with the vibe? Great. But I think as soon as you stepped out of that gym, your mind started racing plans, always thinking ahead. No wonder every fucking text message I has, it sounds like a kite. But I'll hold. Chicano Street is fully out. Don't get it twisted. They should have called us from the 90s that word. Because ni nos quedamos en la calle 30, 50 days, 60 days. You know, o sea, we wanted the desmadre. And now I'm glad, though. I am glad because crime is down. The youngsters think about it before they crash. But they should have, that word should have been back there. But back then it was different, man. You just turn the corner. You're running a fade, go walking to school. You're running a fade, coming back. This bare knuckle stuff. And, you know, let me talk about, I seen a video, Mile High Hustle, the heavyweight champ. Man, shout out to you, my boy. Shout out to the 303. Respectful, but he's pretty much had it, man. He's had it with all the games that it was never about the bag. Gente. It was never about the bag. The Tony fight was like a winner takes all fight. And then when Mile High stepped in the picture, instead of Tony, then the conversation went to, you know what? I mean, I don't want him to get nothing. Let's break him off a little something. Again, the confidence was there. Like you're just going to walk through him. Like it was just going to be an easy day in the park. Which it wasn't. Not at all, man. Not at all. But it was about the bag. So since the bag got affected, here came everything after it. And me, I'm just doing business. I'm just doing business. I'm shooting straight. It's in black and white. And let's get back to Gilligan. Maybe I should react to the video because I can't even remember what the dude said, man. Let me see if the comments tell me what he said. People are mad that he go on and they say, bro, they are. I don't have no grudge against him, bro. I don't have no grudge. If he wants to see me, and push me from behind like Sonny, that's fine. I mean, he'll get slept and someone will pull out the camera. But I don't go after anyone for just to go after anyone. He is exactly who I warned the youngsters about. Exactly who I warned the youngsters about. I mean, he's the one that's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If King Little G called him and said, we got a video shoot this weekend, Blue Rag 2, he's all up in it. He's all up in it. I'm just saying. And then as far as trying to cover shit up, I mean, we're talking about this right now with personality flaws. He's got huge flaws where you get fired and the constituents, a picture you took raising your hand up, and the constituents, you said, vote for me, let's make a difference. But when you get fired, you feel you don't owe them any explanation at all? Character flaws on display. No one's perfect. Just Jesus. You know what I mean? Just Jesus. But anyways, let's get back to Gilligan, man. Cholo Juan, Swifty, and Compo Raider, they dissed me. You change your name, cabron. You keep changing it every week, cabron. Hater, Daniel Fernandez, aka Danny Tranzas. Oh, man. You were soaking wet looking at the monitor. You know, you were touching yourself, huh? Were you? I don't know. You were soaking wet looking at the monitor. Every time Alvin does a thumbnail, like for a short, he looks like he needs a rabies shot. He needs a fucking rabies shot. Anyways, let's get back to Gilligan. Again, this was a dead issue. The fight's a dead, it was a dead issue. I had already put out CCSOF 2 for the people, for you guys. Absolutely free. Enjoy it. You're welcome. Not the gas. I was already moving on, and then this guy brings me up. So he says something about lawyers. You want to test my lawyer, cabron? You want to test my lawyer? You just see my lawyer walk in the building, and it's a fucking wrap. And he dresses pretty good too. He got the five layers. He has a white beard, a little white beard, white head, white hair, white beard. But he's a chingon, man. You want to test him, cabron? You want to say that I don't know how to do business? Or is that just because your boy sabotaged the whole thing and affected the bag, all because of what people would think about him? I don't care how many excuses you want to make. I don't care. And this is another deflection. Another deflection is when you say, well, I don't want to participate in the drama. The drama's about you. You started the fire, but then you got the beer holder. So let me go back to the beer holder. Gilligan. Okay. What else did he say about me, man? I can't even remember what the fuck is the dude said, man. Yaki Warrior, that's right, my boy. That's right. Reminds me of when Kiawi came on the channel. He had the pinchy war paint. Did you see that one? He had the war paint under his eyes. I was like, he's ready to fucking go. And then last time he was talking about the only way to take the land back is by blood. And I'm like, chingado, he's pulling out a fucking call to arms on my channel. And all the indigenous raza is gonna pull out fileros, and it's crazy, man. No, he's very educational, man. I can't wait to have Marvelous on the channel too, man. I keep talking about the few Chicano channels. He's one of the few, man, that's really trying to help people. And just like anyone else, he's prone to getting drug in the bullshit, man. Here I am. Gilligan drug me in the bullshit so that I can't do business. I don't know how to do business. And as far as payout and percentages and money goes, that's for those that need to know. Okay. There's also something in the contract. I didn't appreciate this neither. There's also something in the contract that says you're not supposed to disclose your salary, pay-per-view sales. There's something that says that in the contract, right? And I didn't appreciate Paradigm reaching out to a fighter and asking him, how was it? How'd it go? How much did you get paid? He did that to a fighter. I wouldn't have told you shit because I know what's in the contract. Now, the fighter that did that, I'm not going to go after him. You know, but why do all that? So that's just what I'm talking about. It's just some motherfuckers in their head, they're just not retired, I guess, huh? They're just not retired, man. It's all games and it's all deflection. That's all it is. And every single thing that was said is an excuse. Now, here's another thing, Gilligan. That you would even mention or bring in the gym owner just shows you're a piece of shit. Because you're bringing in someone who's not even grabbing popcorn, palomitas, is not even fucking watching the drama, not even watching it. Okay? And so what you're bringing him and mentioning him and then putting his conversations out there? Now, if anyone thought I was going to do that, I'm not going to do that. Principles. I'm never going to disclose someone's private conversations. I'm not saying you do you. Okay? Don't put no jackets on me. Everyone to each his own. I'm not putting that out there. But Gilligan, you're such a fucking moron when you say, well, if there's not anything in the contract that says he can't tell people not to gamble on the fight, then you fucking moron. You idiot. This is crazy. So instead of saying that, and I got this from multiple people, So to say it was just a narrow, isolated thing, multiple people send me the same messages. They're fucking essays. Like 3 or 4 essays. And all of them, every single line was an excuse. 4 essays of excuses, 4 text messages, a mile long. Every single line was an excuse. You fucking moron, Gilligan. And not one thing got mentioned about gambling. Put out the text messages. I'm not like you. I'm not like you, eh? You got that twisted, man. I'm not like you. And again, I was already moved on, Rasa. I was already moving on. So, you know what? We got to, since you want to bring up old shit, Gilligan, we got a special announcement Friday night. You're going to love this announcement, Gilligan. Tune in. Tune in. Now I got to get on the road. I gotta take my kids to Angry Chicks. Just let me know if my audio cuts off. I'm gonna read some comments. I'm gonna try to remember what else he said about me because he didn't go in on me as much as he went in on the homie Hangout, which was hilarious, man. Send your passwords to blah 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 at sqcasa.com. That would fool you. That would also fool Alvin. I gotta keep it a buck. That would also fool the banda world. I gotta keep it a buck. You know, they'll spin and believe it, just like Gilligan, man. Believe it and play it with this face of like, you're a glorified cup holder. That's all you'll ever be, man. Livingston tapping in. That's right, my boy. This is odd. I thought it was a dead issue, man. But again, the drama that comes with it. Why were you gonna put a comment, show a comment from the coach owner? Which the coach owner, I mean, he's fucking cool. You should have seen him. I pulled up when I pulled up over there. It was a vibe, man. It was like we're hermanos. And of course, he liked the shirt. Don't get mad at you guys are gonna get mad. I pulled up with the Trump shirt. I pulled up with the Trump 2025 Take America Back black shirt. Immediately when he saw the shirt, boom. He's like, that's my brother. And I got to meet also his beautiful wife and their sisters, and they were going out to a dinner. They were having a dinner party that evening, and they just swung by the gym to give me the keys, basically. This is 5-star hospitality at its finest. Not only that, is the facility has to be $1 million facility. It has to. No joke. No cap. All right, let's get back to Gilligan. So what I said? That's my word. You think I'm one of these cabrones on the internet that wants clout, wants attention, that'll lie, cheat and steal. You got me twisted. But I get it. It's damage control. It's all you're trying to do is damage control. Level 2 West. Oh man. He would deny that if you told him that he was on a level 2. He would absolutely deny that. You know he would, cabrón. You know he would deny. He would say, fuck that. I actually got a partner of mine. I'm not going to put him on blast, cabrón. And he was in, and I'm not, don't get mad. Don't get mad. I'm just, it's puro cotorreo, YouTube landia shit. He was in Avenal or something like that. He was on a 2 somewhere, right? And every time I see him, right, I tell him, hey, tell me a level 2 story. And that's just me kind of poking around, man. Oh shit. But anyways, he said, I want to elaborate on why his story is somehow supposed to be believed on after purpose. Look, they said that the fight was never at a point that it was gonna get stopped. Again, you fucking moron. My rules, my interaction with the referee, I'm not gonna put that out there, all these intricacies of how shit works. When that referee wants to stop it, he gives me an eye and I give him an eye. What to do? That referee wanted to stop that fight about 3 times. I say this, Chicano rules is if you want to keep getting some, you can get some. Get all you want. and just be fortunate that Mile High wasn't teeing off like like you stole something from him. And the irony is, in the end, you did steal something from him and from me. The lawyer got more than one in the chamber, gente. He got a 50 round drum with a 30 clip extendo. And Mile High hit some of the key. The analytics is great grounds. It's substantial enough. This cabron went over here and did 5-10 million views. Substantial enough, man. 50 round drum, more than one in the chamber, cabron. But if you want to test my lawyer, you're not gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit. But go ahead and look him up, man. What a trip. No, you know what was a good feeling? Was going back in there, and it wasn't I wasn't asking him, I wasn't gonna retain him, right? When I told him about a business advisor, he just looked at me like he didn't tell me, but he said work that out with he, and then he sends me with someone else, right? He's too fucking busy, right? He probably got like 5-6 people to work that out with them. And but he looks at me like, okay, you're doing business now. You got it together, way. That's how he looked at me. You got it together, way. Shit, that's a full circle moment. I'm telling you, these little full circle moments, like interviewing the mayor, that happening in my life, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. But to question how I do business, you got to be such a fucking moron. You don't even know what you're talking about, yet you're talking, but I get it. I get it, Gilligan. We ain't giving you no more clout, man. No more clout. That fight was probably going to get stopped about 3 times, man. About 3 times. But I'll hope. Buzz 209, that's right, my boy. Buzz got to see himself shine online now. You get to see the hands. Who is the next one's fighting? It's a trip. I don't want to put everyone who contacted me out there, but I already started paying TikTok and IG ads, and it might not be anyone that we know because the world is bigger than our pinchy little bubble. So if I put out people you don't know, if they're on IG, go look them up. They got to be popping because I don't know how many messages I had to delete because I'm looking at their profiles, ain't got no followers. Don't contact me if you ain't got no followers. But again, it's people, I don't know, maybe it's mental health, man. It makes sense to some people, I guess, right? Let me get a hold of them. I got 300 fucking followers. Delete, and I don't want to hear shit because I know block. I'm just kidding. Okay, gotcha. Bus 209 says, get Gilligan in there. No, no, man. He ain't going in there, nothing. He's just, he's gonna do what he does, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Play the fucking drums, man. Do a video playing the drums. Keep playing the drums and whatever the hell else you do, man. But just don't, something you don't know anything about, especially when you're one of the cabrones too, that again, I just never said shit, but you're one of the cabrones that you're on the outside looking in. Well, what would the active say? Who are you? Well, I'm Gilligan, and my nose looks like a fucking stork, a pelican. Anyways, see, it was something good that Mile High said. He goes, no wonder the top echelon, which is, if you know, in the system, los mero meros, let's just say that, right? There actually was a cartel guy that got smoked the other day, and his name was El Mero Mero. He was related to Guzman Chapo. No wonder that they don't involve themselves in throwing hands. What a great point, man. What a great point by Mile High Hustle, man. Studied up, clechat up, you could tell. And he said, because if they lose the fight, everything they did is discredited, and people are going to be like, why should I listen to this fool who just fell through the rings 3 times? Now, I am Gilligan, I got to thank you because I forgot about this. Since you wanted to bring up old shit, Gilligan, you wanted to bring up old shit. I had already forgotten that he had almost fell like an 86-year-old man the first time walked in the ring. I had almost forgotten. And then you said it on the video like it was some kind of deep secret, or that it was an ace up your sleeve, or I don't know what the hell this guy got in his head. He ain't got nothing going on, man. His best friend is probably his fucking computer. He probably gives his computer a name. Um, Maybe even puts clothes on the computer. The computer is his best friend, I think. Oh, hold on, the kids are coming. He got, so the first ring walk, I forgot about this. I do so much. I'm the DP, MC, announcer. Um, a lot to do, right? So the first time that he was walking in the ring, where to? Um, Anger Chicks, right, Grace? Where to? Anger Chicks. The first time that he was walking in the ring, he had already, and I think it was a better ring walk, the first one, than the second one. Because in the first one, more things came natural. Because when I told him to go for the second time, he gave me a look. And I'm like, I'm only helping you out. You want people to see you got in the ring and stumbled like an 86-year-old man? I forgot about that. But since you want to bring up old shit, Gilligan, well, let's bring up old shit then. Oh, you know what? Mom said there's an accident on the highway. I'm gonna go to the city. Damn it. Should have went to the north city. That was let me go back to the comments. No. MTP4 always says, all right, for sure. I'll let you know when I'm good. That's right. Ace One Hundo, he wants to put his hands on display, man. And I know you want to highlight. I know you want to put a highlight on the next content creator ad, cabron. They could have put more highlights on there, but what the publisher told me is that most ads are like 15, 20 seconds. You can't put too much in there. People got ADHD. They don't want to see long ass shit. They just want to see short little punchy clips. And so I got maybe about 30, 40 TikTok messages to look at, 30, 40 IG messages to look at. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I mean, even there's some individuals on there that I just sent a voice message back to. I'm like, look, I want you to know I'm not trying to put you in a situation. So just make sure with blah, 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 without me saying what I had to say. And because I look out, man. I look out, man. Shit, I gotta go that way. Someone, he says, get Trump on the next. Live, we'll do it from Mar-a-Lago. Oh, yeah. Someone commented, why you keep saying they're live? I apologize if that ever did slip up, but there's was never a fight that I said it's going to be live, because that's about $12,000 to $15,000 more of equipment, and that's not even the team to do it. That's not even the team to operate it. So it's never going to be that. It's never going to be that. It's going to be the fight that you want. If you want to nitpick at the details, well, they should have been wearing blue shorts. Well, they should have been wearing red shoes. If you want to nitpick at the details, go ahead. It's not for you, man. It's not for you. MTP says he's laughing, man. Yeah, that's gotcha, Wes Watson. How you going to say that, cabrón, man? Wes Watson says, in other words, Mikey's taking all fades. Yeah. So just, let me put this out there too. The main event is the only one that's going to get paid. If you're not a main eventer and you're on the undercard, that's not going to be. The undercard is where we're going to put friendly fights. We'll put Um, we'll put ladies. We'll put anyone with beefs, the average Joes, etc. But anyways, let me wrap this up. Let me get back to Gilligan. Okay, you guys tuned in for that, and I know he's listening. You're an idiot. You spoke. You first of all, you rehashed shit that you should have never rehashed because I had already moved on. Why do you think I posted the Cholo fight? So the people maybe can see that attraction, that show, how that was a barn burner of a fight. I mean, a barn burner. That was like a YA fight in the back of the handball court. If you haven't seen the Cholo Trucker fight, go and check it out, man. It was a Wood versus the Southside government. It was a good one, man. In the back of the handball court. I had already moved on, but since you want, what else do you got to say? Business principles, okay? Discredited that, right? Because there ain't even one fucking review online that you can find. At least it's not from a bot, because if it's from a bot, if you put a review online and you don't put all of your personal information, they won't take the review now. So are you willing to let yourself be known? Go ahead and do it. If not, they don't let bots no more because they already figured what fucking trolls do. There's not one review. Business principles, I stand on it. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. This homie shit, there ain't no homie shit. There ain't none of that. This is business. I stood on business. I execute business and I stick to business. You want to put your feelings, excuses or feelings? You want to put your feelings for 3 or 4 long essay text messages that I got from 5, 6 people? You want to put that in feelings? It got out, man. I appreciate you starting it off by saying, don't let Mikey know this out of respect for Mikey. But you were still willing. You were still willing to tank the whole event. Well, I don't know what the text. It was every single sentence was an excuse. And you got someone like the beer holder right here. Oh, put it out there, Mike. Put it out there. Fuck, let someone else put it out there. I got the same messages everyone else got. Let someone else put it out there. You telling me to change my principles for you? You fucking stork beak pendejo. I would never do that for anyone, less you. Anyways. That's right. Respect, bro. So you step in there with me. Oh yeah. So we could do that, man. And if you guys, if it gets a buzz enough, we'll see. We'll test it out, right? If it gets a buzz enough, then maybe we'll move you guys up to a main event and just get your own date. But I don't know. It's just it has to get a buzz. I mean, the people are gonna want to tap in, right? I got about 4 or 5 dates next year that I want to fill. They give them to us, just to let you know. They give them to us. So, and what we do is we do what we do. We do what we do. I respond. Did I miss something? You know what, AB? I should. You just something crossed my mind. I should send him a message and be like, if you want to respond to anything that I've said, we could do it online live. Anything that I said, there's not going to be a response. It's damage control. It's been that since the second the fight was over. It's been damage control. And now they're calling it drama. But who lit the fire, man? Who tanked an event? Because it didn't go your way. Oh, it's not about the money. And then you told me, well, yeah, you know what? Let's not, with Mile High, let's not do winner takes all. Let's give them a little something. Cocky, arrogant, and at the end of the day, like, the runner said it, I guess the mystique is gone, man. The tough, the mystique is, and could there be a rematch? I don't know. I don't know if there could be a rematch. I don't even know if the people want to see a rematch, man. Since it got a little bit into the mudslinging, I'm willing to move past it. But nah, he'll give me he won't even, he doesn't have a professional bone in his body. He won't look at me the same. Even if I were to get him the bag. which I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I really don't think so. I mean, you could tell fighting, that that's not his thing. It's not fighting. Storytelling, yeah, I guess people are questioning him now, but storytelling is his thing, man. But why did I have to get to this? My character gets attacked? Are you kidding me? What an idiot. What a pendejo. Can't medical pathologist. That's right. My boy, he got the beaker. He got the flask. He's blowing shit up, man. He's in the lab. I appreciate you, my boy. YA fades turned my stomach. It's crazy, bro. Is it like I said, the partners that went and came back, they were monsters, man. I'm like, what are they feeding them? Weights? I thought they were eating weights over there, the way they would come back. And that was the first time that we would do like long stretches, but it wasn't long until they gave us a camp. And then they're like, okay, we got to put most of them in the camp because there's too many desmadrosos here. If you have a camp in your region, es que hay puros desmadrosos ahí, man. MCP says Buzz don't want that. I like fighters that can talk a good one, man. I like it, man. It's just it's a role you have to play. And I get it. Oh, well, you're not gonna get that out of me, and that's just not my style. So selling the fight is not your style. I'm asking you to step out of your comfort zone and talk some shit. Say something. Even though we know ahead of time, the whole thing is premised on respect. Now the respect goes out the window because why? Because the business got disrespected. I rather you would have disrespected me than the way you disrespected the business. But I'll hold. That'd be a good one for sure. Raskizi versus Gilligan. A twisting contest. Chingado, man. Raskizi was having fun. My favorite reaction channel online. His sarcasm and and you know what they had their little words back in the day. And I have a tia that lives out there where Raskizi lives, and I've hooked up with Raskizi out there. Matter of fact, one time had a conversation about the old shit. Like, hey, is the old shit just water under the bridge? It's been a year. And to him, it was old shit. But when something like this gets done dirty, when you do Mike dirty, I'm not saying I'm Jesus, but I'm as straight as an arrow now. Tantos años que estaba chueco, tantos años chuecuras. I'm as straight now. I'm just trying to do business straight. You dropped the video like an hour after or 2 hours after the fight got dropped. I did, just to confirm that for the internet, I did tell him to take the video down. Who does that? We're still selling the fight. The fight, it wasn't even Friday. Friday is another prime time day where people do carne asadas. Saturday is another day where people do carne asadas. But that don't make sense to someone that's supposed to have a high street IQ. That's why there's a difference. IQ and street IQ. IQ is one thing. That's what's going to help you prosper in the world, succeed in the world. Street is going to help you prosper in a cement box. So if you have the street, it amounts to a bunch of frijoles. You don't need it, even though, if the smarter you are, the better you are, obviously, well-rounded. But you don't need that. You need this. You need to know integrity. You need to know, keep a reputation. You need to know what principles are and hold them no matter what. And people like us that have been fucking breaking them for a long time because we didn't give a shit. We robbed, stealed, and cheated and did all that shit. That's madre, the 90s and all that. Still can't get it right. Oh, here's the money. How much? 40. What? For what? What are you gonna do after? Oh, just for yeah. How about you go look at the prices and then send me a request? Okay. That makes sense, right? And remember, don't forget taxes. You always gotta add like three, 4, $5 to it. That's how much taxes are right now. Sanho Lifers in the Recasa Cabron. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Sanho Lifer, what happened, bro? I'm not bringing you in or anything. I don't know if you know what's going on, the palomitas and shit. But immediately after the fight, from the messages Mile High was getting, and from me finding out and everything, I was like, and then they want to bring in. Oh shit! Look at the line. Okay, if you want to wait on that line, let me know. All right. And then it's unfortunate that the gym owner, his messages get put out there. I mean, come on, that's why are you gonna bring Big Al from Warzone into the leave Al out of it, man. Okay, let me know. Okay, no worries. I'll wait for your request. Okay, love you. Angry Chicks, Nashville Hot Chicken, and the line is to the sidewalk. Damn, it's only been here a week. Someone got to put me up on game. Maybe I'm not knowing. Nashville must be hitting. I went to Kentucky. I had a wedding in Kentucky early in the year. Did you see me when I did that short? That gavacho with the beard sang a song that hit me like it hit different, man. And he's singing it with a little, the little guitar, but like the little bandolin or whatever you call it. Go back to my shorts and trip on that one. A trip, man. They owned 170-acre farm. What a trip, man. I'm blessed, man, where it takes me. Where it takes me. Gilligan, that's it. You're discredited. It's done. It's a wrap. All you're gonna hear, gente, all you're ever gonna hear is excuses. But anything after the but, anything after the because, I don't want to hear it. It's all an excuse, man. It's all an excuse for a very highly devised plan to tank the event. But since you want to bring up old shit, Gilligan, since you want to bring it up, guess what? I got a special announcement on Friday night. You don't want to miss it. This is not clickbait. I don't clickbait anyone. If I clickbait you, unsubscribe, man. The fuck has time to be clickbaited and to find out they're just being pendejos or. That's why I don't really watch parodies. I'm like, these cabrones can't act anyways. You know what I mean? It's like, acting is just for certain people. Not everyone's a fucking actor. It looks like you're forcing it. Like when I see Droops and the Banda World doing, I'm like, you can tell they're fucking acting. And again, I niveles. So why am I going to watch this? In and out Kentucky. He got it for a good price. I asked the owner, I said, how much was it per acre for 170 acres? Because you literally had to drive a carro to the next house, Victorian houses, peacocks everywhere, donkeys, wild donkeys. The bride, I did a short. She looked like Barbie. Güera, platinum blonde hair. She looked like Barbie. I did a little short. No, I'm sorry, IG story, and I put a question. You can put a question in there. I said, what raza is she? People were saying, replying. I only got like 10 replies. Polish, Denmark, USA, Canadian, all Russian, German, all of these things. Because it's a Barbie looking bride. She's a Barbie. Shout out to her. She's a Barbie. And she's from South Africa. So that they have Africanos that are light skinned is why Tokiawi, there can never be a light skinned indigenous 100%. Barbie? I kind of think there can, but maybe God hasn't made one. Or I don't know. Salute to Ace. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Ole, manchita, I appreciate you, Sanho Lifer. Man, I hate to, Sanho Lifer, it's just, this ain't the fucking drama channel, bro. But it's crazy. Bro, I grew up in Salinas, man. You're my neighbor to the north, carnal. We've seen these kind of personalities. These are the individuals that immediately after it didn't go their way, damage control gets implemented. Like fucking DEFCON 5, man. And then here, the beer holder, someone that, he just heard everything for like 2 years or 3 years. Since he was around it, it was like told, talked about, which, I mean, to each his own. I mean, people that just fucking, that tell it all online, you do you. To some people, it's a habit. But for him to be around it and then make a video called Josh out on some shit, my name, mention, I'm like, bro, this fucking guy, man. Gilligan, it's a wrap. Cut it out, man. You don't want to see the text messages because you'll feel more of an idiot for the video you did if you see the text messages. You'll feel like, fuck, I defended this dude. The whole thing, man. It talked about injuries. It talks about, I don't know, man. I'm don't quote me on this, but I mean, there were so many fucking health issues on all those things, and they were talking about health issues from the 90s. Well, a million burpees. And oh man, let's get back to Chicano Street, man. Do me a favor. I did the backup channel, gente, just because when I got whacked with Norby's last time, because I mentioned something that they didn't like what I mentioned. It's all the truth. I don't care if the channel goes down and I speak the truth. That's fine. Mission accomplished, man. I interviewed the mayor, a couple congressmen. Here comes the councilwoman Gloria De La Rosa on the podcast. I'm good, man. I'm good. Anyways, I'm going to San Ho this weekend. That's right, my boy. Yeah, last time I went to San Ho was I went for Independence Day, Story and King. Independence Day, Story and King. You know, and so I'll probably just go next Cinco de Mayo. Next Cinco de Mayo. All right, and all right. So in closing, because I know Gilligan's hearing this thing. You look like a moron. There's no incentive to disprove anything you said because you are a beer holding, cup holding, pocket glorified dope runner. And I've seen your kind before. They get a little bit of exposure. There was a couple gavachos, that always wanted to hang out and said, okay. And they thought there was someone because then they caught a little case and kept hanging out. At the end of the day, all we did was just use and abuse. That's all you ever did get was use and abuse. You edited videos. That's all you could do. Your best friend is your fucking computer. Okay. You probably have a name. It's probably your computer. You probably have a name and you probably have it dressed and you ain't got nothing else going on. Don't fuck with someone that has 5-star ratings, that has integrity, principles, morals, and values. Because you're always going to lose, man. So it's funny how you don't hear anyone saying what Mikey said is a lie and put receipts out there. Because I got all the receipts, man. Oh, man, Gilligan. I'm gone, you guys, man. I'm going to go visit moms. Shout out to Pete Nava. Man, where's Pete Nava at? We got Pete Nava. She was like one of the most innocent channels on YouTube. And then she even got spun up and twisted up, man. Que gacho, man. You do got to have a certain street IQ in order to not get chewed up, right? Like Gilligan, his street IQ is probably 5. Out of 300, it's probably 5. And the 5 is because he heard some shit for the last couple years. That's the only reason it's 5. But it didn't go past 5 because he thought what homie Hangout was saying was true and that everyone would have to check in online to the casa. Are you kidding me? Oh man, it's crazy, man. Is Pete Nava back, bro? She's gone, bro. She got twisted up in something, and I don't know. I don't know if Chemo has anything of that, or maybe even out of respect for her, he might have took that down. I don't know. But she came on the scene, and I think she would have had a good channel, man. I think she was going through a transition in her life, and she had time to do a channel. But immediately when she started getting spun up, she's like, I'm out, man. You gotta have thick skin, man. Those that are still standing on the YouTube yarda, it's because we got thick skin, man. So it is the YouTube yarda, and Gilligan, he's, fuck. Where are we gonna put him at, man? Put him in an EOP dorm. Fuck it. Put him on hot meds, man. You know what, Gilligan? You're triple CMS, man. I think what happened to you, Gilligan, was you watched too many powder interviews. You watched too many powder interviews and you started hearing a little bit of the streets And then all of a sudden, you think someone cares about what you say. You think your words have any weight. But I'll hold. Me and Fast Ass Dave are starting to. That's right. It sounds like it already sounds fun, man. What are you guys gonna do? Shoot the shit? Because Fast Ass Dave, he gets into some shit, man. Is he a biker? Is that way? He reminds me of the fucking bikers, man. Is he a biker? Okay, is that way, man. Is there a 50-50 on the YouTube Yarda? We joke around about the YouTube Yarda, but one thing I don't joke around is I don't give a shit about gang status. I don't give a shit. But some people do, and that's why I said some people, when I promoted the content creator series of fighting on IG, I saw some individuals, I'm not going to say their names, that replied to it, and I told them out of respect, you might not want to participate. I didn't say anything else. Let them read that, research it, and then know. But to me, I don't give a shit. I'll put fucking 6ix9ine and Sammy the Bull and watch the numbers I'll do. I don't give a shit because all that was a waste of time, man. It was a waste of fucking time. You got people like Alvin. You want to see someone on the fence? Look at Alvin. He's almost 50 years old and he talks about going to juvenile hall 3 times still. Someone sent me a clip. I'm like, damn, the podcast looks like it's a fucking halfway house now. Is it a halfway house or what? Oh, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I used to be the plug for a halfway house. But anyways. Maxine, I hear you, young lady. Gilligan hasn't been. Again, there's nothing to glorify with that at all. But when you hear something, like all of a sudden, like, bro, you didn't have no hair on your chest. No hair on your chest. Until you started hearing stories and being around people having conversations. And what I mean conversations is not real ones, but telling it all on videos. So even that, even that's a fraud, right? But and then when you heard those stories, all of a sudden you grew some hair on your chest, like a little patch, not a lot. You just got like a little nickel patch of hair started coming out. And with that little nickel patch of hair, you think you can sit down and tell someone like the homie hangout something? Tell something, someone like me something? Now you want to talk about the runner? Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's fine, right? Again, to him, to the runner, I'm willing to put it all aside, man. All aside if you just run the fade with L. I'm not saying you're going to get back on the YouTube Yarda. That's up to Chemo. I think, you know what, gente? I think Chemo's the new general, man. OG, triple OG, if he really did just, if they sent him the 80X and there's no communication, he's incommunicado. If OG, triple OG is incommunicado for the current situation, there might be a power vacuum. And it's all cotorreo, right? But so you had 2 generals left, okay? And then I remember because OG, triple OG, he put out. That's the last conversation I had with him. I said, "Carnal, don't put me on there." Now I wouldn't even give a fuck. Now it's okay. You can put me on a chart, a graph, right? Back then I was just starting out the fight business, and I was just thinking liability. Now it's all internet mamadas, right? But I told him, no, don't put me on that graph. He had put Artie Marines under him, one of his captains, and all this other stuff. But if he's incommunicado, then I think the 2 generals should have a vote. And since I'm boss of all bosses, I'm above the captains, I should just be promoted to general. But again, I'm not saying that's going to happen. That's up to Chemo and EBK. And shout out to EBK, Carnalito. I seen he's been doing lives. That's great, man. At the end of the day, that's all we got, man. None of this internet shit, starting beefs and guerras and all that, man. Just shut up or pull up, man. You too, Gilligan. Why don't you pull up and show us what you got, man? Show us what you got. Oh my gosh, man. Someone will punch a hole through that bird chest. Crazy. Let me go to the rescue. No, no, no. I've had enough, guys. I've 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 been watching things, and I know you're gonna get mad that I'm doing this, but I'm willing to have you get mad at me. Cause I can't anymore. I can't. Why doesn't he come with something substantial? What am I lying about? Disprove me on something. But I'll All right, you guys. Don't forget Friday night, man. I got a special announcement. I kid you not. I shit you not. It's not clickbait. It's gonna be good, and I promise it's gonna be really, really good. It's gonna kick off fucking Christmas week. Even though I know it's Saturday and then it's next week. A lot of people are taking next week off. I'm gonna take next week off. It's gonna be an announcement, and since Gilligan wants to bring up old shit, I invite you to tune in, Gilligan. I don't block anyone, just to let you know. If you guys see trolls in there, leave them alone. Don't worry about trolls, and there's a dislike button for them. Don't trip. I got thick skin. Imagine if I get moved off what the internet says. What the hell's real life gonna do to me? Now, the other individual, I have a feeling, and if I've judged the fucking book right, I have a feeling that he's just like all up in the comments, right? All up in what is people saying? He's saying there's a bigger world outside of YouTube, but I bet you're all. Why did you do damage control? Because you were fucking concerned about the backlash, the comments. But there's a bigger world than YouTube. You know what? No disrespect. You pulled up. You did your thing. You handled it. Even though he took it easy on you, he could have beat that ass. He didn't. If there's anything you want to disprove, we can get on a live. I'm a grown ass man. I'll talk face to face or online to online. Even Gilligan. You want to come on and don't come in here just say, oh, you're talking shit. No, you were talking shit first, man. But what can you say about my principles? What do you got that's substantial? Yeah, I'll hold. All right, you guys, live on Chicano Street. I'll let you guys go. I'll see you tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Special announcement. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. I promise you. It's going to kick off Christmas week. It's going to make it a really good Christmas week, you guys. All right, you guys, I'm out. Remember what I always say? Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.